It's the win. Listen, laugh, and learn and understand. Hope, believe that you can. It's the Women's Information Network. It's the win.
Welcome to the Win Show. We are so glad you joined us. I'm Paula Fellingham, CEO of the Women's Information Network, thewinonline.com. We're the online home for all women, all ages, a community of women helping women. Our hosts today are Heather Anderson. She's a runner-up for Miss USA. Laura Lee Christensen is the Executive Vice President of the Win. And Kim Coles is an actress, comedian, and speaker. Our guest today is Janelle Brittain. She's known for her ability to handle the tough stuff, solving people issues, management, and business problems. She's the author of 6 published business books. She speaks and trains and coaches business people all over the world. Janelle founded the Dynamic Performance Institute 21 years ago. Welcome.
Wow.
We're so glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
This is good stuff. So, you know, we're going to talk about women in the workforce now. Apparently things are changing. Let's talk about that.
We are at a pivotal moment in our history. It's very exciting. This is the first time ever that women are more than 50% in the workforce. And in addition to that, we have more higher level degrees than men in the workforce.
Is that right?
Really? And in addition to that, we work longer hours than men in the workforce.
We are just amazing.
I am not.
Is there more?
I know about the long hours.
The problem is we only hold 36% of the management positions.
Shame on us.
And
no, we were just us.
And we only hold 15% of the corporate board positions. So we have a ways to go yet. And I am impassioned with helping women to help get up to that next level that we need to be at to be really in the policy-making positions.
And so that begs the question, how do we do that?
How do we do that?
Yes.
Absolutely. We need to focus on our performance and speak about ourselves and think about ourselves differently than as we were brought up. I don't know about you, but I was brought up in what I call the doormat philosophy. As a woman, I was just supposed to listen and obey, and whatever my parents said, that was right. Whatever opinion I had was wrong.
That's true.
So as I grew up, I kind of thought that my point of view was not of value. So I got into the workplace. And I didn't offer my ideas. I wasn't innovative. I couldn't manage other people because I didn't know that my ideas would be right. And then one day, I got so angry at what was going on in a meeting. Where they were going was not where I thought we should be going. So I hit my fist on the table.
Oh, my goodness.
And I said to them, you know, I made my point with a lot of anger, I will tell you. But everybody amazingly stopped talking and listened to what I had to say. And in that moment, I realized that what I had to say was relevant.
But we shouldn't have to get angry
Right.
to be heard.
We have to pound our fists.
And it was like a volcano erupting. But once I learned that point, then I didn't have to be so angry about it.
It gave you permission.
It did.
You gave yourself permission.
But I had to learn ways over the years to be able to be persuasive, give constructive information, and to be heard in a conversation, especially, quite frankly, when there was a lot of men around.
So you have to teach it to yourself so that you could then teach it to others.
Absolutely, and I have a natural teaching instinct that I love to be able to analyze the situation, figure out how can we do it better, and then share it with other people. And that's what impassions me.
So what are some of the most common complaints that you've addressed?
In the workplace, because we spend so many hours of our life there, the pinnacle of the worst situations that we find ourselves in and where we have the highest level of fears is something that we call the performance review. The judgment call. Once a year, your boss calls you in, makes judgments about you. Instead, what we should do, instead of viewing it as a victim or having fear wrapped around it, what we should do is to view it as a power moment. It is a time when we can manage our bosses in the performance review.
Well, do tell.
How do you do that?
So in the power moment, yes.
In this power moment, think about what you want. How do you want your boss to behave differently? And view it as a feedback session for that person as well as feedback to you. I had one woman I was coaching, And her main concern was that her boss always gave her a lot of negative feedback. She knew she was the top performer in her whole department, but never once did he give her a compliment. And so she was demotivated and ready to leave. I coached her that what she should do is take that good deep breath and then say to him, if you were to give me some feedback about my work, if you were to tell me something positive I was doing, I would be so much more motivated.
Positive reinforcement.
Yes.
You know, I think you should be a marriage counselor. And that's what you say, just thinking, I have so many friends in relationships who need to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And he sort of and went on. So she's wondering, what's going to happen? A week later, he pops his head into her office and said, by the way, the report was okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
A baby step.
That's right, that's right. And so what she did, she ran down the hall after him and she said, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that feedback because I worked really hard on that report.
Yes.
And what she did was she gave him positive feedback for the kind of behavior that she wanted to see him treat her with.
Training him like a puppy.
Exactly.
There you go.
So my mother was right. We do
feedback.
have to train men like puppies.
My mother was right. But you know, everyone learns best by positive reinforcement.
Absolutely.
Children,
Absolutely.
You know, everyone.
And your boss as well.
Yes.
This is what I call managing up. It's a skill that we as women need to learn more about how to do. It's learning the psychology of managers. Now, I also want to bring the flip side. From the manager's standpoint, many women are in management positions, and they get so frustrated with their staff, people with bad attitudes. Someone who is low, lethargic, and doesn't care about their work. How do you get them up? How do you deal with bad attitudes?
Fire them.
That's an option.
Show them the unemployment rate right now and say, come on.
Positive reinforcement. Sorry. Okay, having a skill now. Okay.
You give them a raise. That's positive.
Oh, there you go. That works.
There are so many complex issues with being a manager because every person that you are managing is different.
Sure.
So now today I teach the managers that they need to be psychologists. And they need to get into the mind and walk in the shoes of every single person who works for them. And as they are doing that, they seek understanding rather than moving quickly to, I'm going to fire you.
Yeah.
How can I motivate you?
Yeah.
What's inside of you that I can ignite in order to be able to get the best out of you and find the potential for what you could be versus what you're showing here right now? And there's a process to that. And I've learned that and sort of psyched it out and learned how to share it with people. I work with CEOs of big companies. I will work with board directors. I work with managers of an entrepreneurial situations. It doesn't matter the position, it's all people managing people.
Let me ask you, right now we have a very difficult economy.
Yes.
And job security is critical for people. What are some things that women can do to increase their security and value in a company? Make
yourself so invaluable and show yourself like a leader. You need to switch your perspective from employee to leader. And it's actually simple. All you do on your way to work is you have a question running in your mind about how could I get 10% more work done in the day with less effort? How could I save the company X amount of money? How could I help our department get along with each other once in a while? How could you help to make it better at work?
So you're more valuable.
And then when you take that idea to the boss says, I can't let this person go. They're helping make my day easier. They're helping us succeed. So you are invaluable, absolutely.
I love that. You are such an expert.
Yes.
You've written 6 books.
Yes.
You really know what you're talking about. This is fabulous. This
Thank
is
you.
wonderful. It's like sitting at the feet of a
Guru.
A guru, yes, that's wonderful.
A dynamic performance guru.
Yes.
Well, I would tell you, my clients do call me the Ann Landers of work issues.
All right,
love it.
Landers of work issues. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining
Paula.
us. Oh,
Thank you.
wonderful. And we invite you all to go to thewinonline.com where you're always going to get solutions, share ideas, and really connect with women all over the world. Now let's live joyfully with passion and purpose, and have a wonderful day.
It's the Women's Information Network. It's the WIN.